AEW the second week, the second week on Max. How did it fare the first time? This show is stupid. It's stupid. It's dumb. I'm not finna even spend all of my time talking about this show because it's dumb and it's stupid. You had two matches back to back with two people that really should have never happened, because the two people that were in the match didn't even need to be there. I'm talking about Buddy Matthews losing to Will Osprey. If you want Will Osprey to get a win on TV, there's plenty of people back there in that locker room that you can put him up against so he can win on TV. But you want him to have a competitive match with somebody whom the people want to see elevated a lot more in Buddy Murphy. I'm going to call him Buddy Murphy because Will Osprey slipped up and called him Buddy Murphy. Meanwhile, the person, rewind it back. I gotta smoke a second. Hold on. See, this is the thing here. This match was good. I'm not finna say that it was not good. It was good. That's the problem. Because Buddy Murphy should be elevated. He should have never been in the House of Black, this little conjured up group, imitating the Wyatt family, Julia Hart trying to be Sister Abigail, all that shit. AEW is a big copiers. This ain't nothing but a WCW 2.0. You know what I mean? Match was good. Will Ospreay did all his little flippy shit. Everything was fine. And meanwhile, this man lost, Buddy Murphy. Then this man get on the mic and try to big this man up to this crowd like this crowd don't know that this man deserves better. This man want to sit here and talk about yeah, bruv, when you get done with the House of Black, you don't need to stand next to anybody's shadow, bruv. Man, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear you. You should have beat somebody like Action Andretti. You should have beat somebody like that. This man got all these people on this fucking roster. Meanwhile, he picks Buddy Murphy, a guy who doesn't need to be there to be in this match with him. You deserve a lot more than what you're getting, bruv. Yeah, you gave me the fight of my life, but you deserve more. You don't need to be a number two. You don't need to stand behind no one. You need to stand front somebody, bruv. And you need a body. If you ever need someone in your corner, bruv, Buddy, I'm your guy. Man, shut the hell up and get your ass out the ring. This shit pissed me off so bad. And then the next match, it didn't make it no better. Bobby Lashley is mingling with commoners. Bobby Lashley is the Jiren of AEW. He should be taken seriously. He should just be standing out there in his suit and glasses, looking menacing at somebody. But I wouldn't have Bobby say a fucking word in that company. He don't need to speak. MVP can speak for him. And this shit pisses me off. It's because if you wanted to make them a tag team, just like I said last week, if you wanted to make them a tag team, you should have brought them in and you have them in tag team matches. But you have him beat Swerve for no fucking reason. If you're just going to throw him into a tag team, then what was the fucking point? You did all that shit so fucking fast. You beat Shelton Benjamin twice. No, 3 times. He got beat by Okada, Daniel Garcia, and Swerve. What value do any of these motherfuckers have? He went out there and he went up against Mark Brisco, the guy who looks like he can change your tires and your oil and tune up your car, put axles on your car, shit like that, rotors, all that. Now, I like Mark Brisco. This match was fine.
I don't think that Mark Briscoe should be going in there pushing Bobby Lashley to the fucking limit. Because like I said, Bobby Lashley is supposed to be jeering. Nobody should touch him until somebody comes along who can go up against him. So this match was going on, but before the match even started, Private Party came out there. Now, last week, I said, where are your championships? Meaning your champions, your tag team champions, your TNT champion, all this and that stuff. Just because you on TBS and Dynamite is on TBS and Collision is on TNT doesn't mean that the TNT champion needs to be on TNT. What the fuck? He's a champion in your company. When this company got started, that TNT championship was the secondary title. Now that title has been relegated to being like a fucking European championship because who the person holding the championship is. Daniel Garcia. Now, I know you're probably wondering, well, why the fuck Daniel Garcia beating somebody like Shelton Benjamin? I don't fucking know either, Chief. Your guess is as good as mine. But we come back into the beginning of this. Private Party is out there. They do not look like wrestlers. They look like people that should be working at Best Buy. And they out there, shot. Hey, we out here to, take some shots because, we won our tag team match this past Saturday. I know y'all didn't watch it because nobody watches fucking Collision. So then the Hurt Syndicate came out there. And they were like, hey, we just want to take a shot, make a toast to you because we coming for them tag titles. And then they want to look like, oh, what? You coming, huh? You coming after our titles? The fuck right? Them titles don't need to be on them anyway. They don't have a really good tag team division over there now that I think about it. So them having the titles is just like, yeah. They got trios championships over there. You would have never known it because you don't never see it. That those titles, they're just off in the ether. Why is this company even around at this point is what I'm thinking to myself. I don't know. But then the match happened. Bobby Lashley and Mark Briscoe. It's a good match. I have no problem with it. I just think Mark Briscoe should have been elevated a lot more. When his brother passed away a year or so ago, he should have been elevated then. Now, the same thing could have been said about Lexus King when he was over there in AEW. And they did a Dark Side of the Ring piece on his dad, Brian Pillman. He was over there in AEW. Meanwhile, MJF was running him down, saying your dad's in hell, you're a piece of shit, all this and that, just completely killed Lexus King to the point to where he came over to NXT. Now look at him. The motherfucker is thriving on all cylinders. He met his girlfriend over here. He's the Heritage Cup champion. He's getting mentored by legends in his business and everything like that. CM Punk said, look, man, you're going to have to embrace being your dad's son. Meanwhile, over here, Mark Briscoe is just taking the L's. Good match, but he didn't deserve to be in here. Like, what are we doing? And then after the fact, you got fucking Private Party coming out there with the chairs and shit like that. Meanwhile, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin are laughing at these guys when they have chairs in their hands. Laughing at them. They're like your nephews fighting your uncles. And your uncles are just like laughing at you because you ain't shit. Like, no one is taking them seriously. No one's taking this division seriously. A lot of things on this show just pissed me off. And like, as I think about it, this Casino Royale match, let's get into this. You can go fast forward it all you want to. Hobbs won. You know, the guy who's losing. And then last week, they put him up against a 2-on-1 handicap match. What's the reason for him winning this right here? He's a loser. What are you... I have no faith in this company whatsoever after that. After that bullshit, it just didn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for Hobbs to win a number one contenders match, to go on to face the champion and lose. Even though I said last week that Moxley should be going up against a Wardlow, a Hobbs, people like that. But if these people were built up to go up against the champion, that is something different. This man came back and they threw him in there in a tag match with Ricochet. That didn't go nowhere. And then the next thing, he goes up against Takeshita for the title, loses in a match he should have never even been in for him to take the loss in the first place. So then they come back around and like, you know what? Let's rebuild him up again. They're doing the same thing with Wardlow. And then Wardlow lost, and then you never seen him again. When he got choked out by Samoa Joe, you never saw him again. And now at Maximum Carnage, when Hobbs go up against Moxley, he's going to lose again. And guess what after that? You'll never see him again. I don't want to see him again after that. Why? Why should I watch this man lose and continue and continue to lose? What is going on here? Renee gets in the ring and is like, hey, Hobbs, how you feel about your title match against my husband next week? He was like, yo, he might have brought me into this company, but I'm going to make him my bitch next week. And then Renee had this look on her face like, get your ass out the ring. Kenny Omega came back. Who the fuck cares? I don't care. I don't care. Next week, he's going up against Brian Cage. There you go. There you go. This show has no business being on air. It doesn't know. Tony doesn't know what he wants to do. He's starting to act like Vince. He's starting to forget like things that has been done on this show previously, and he's just going in there with like a new mindset. And I don't get it. I don't get it. But you know what? Hey, the ratings came in and this show did 615,000 viewers. 615,000 viewers. There you are. I mean, I guess people wanted to see what Kenny was going to do. But that's your Dynamite review. I don't know what to say for this show. There's a lot of things that can be said, a lot of things that need to be done. This show, it needs a competent booker. It needs direction. It needs stability. It needs something, because this company is dying in the eyes of the public. It's not good. And Tony can be delusional all he wants to. Dave Meltzer and all of them can be delusional all he wants to, but somebody needs to talk to this man and tell him that, man, like, what you're doing is really damaging your product. And I know they don't care because, they got 5 years TV distribution. But if I was TBS, TNT, Time Warner, whatever, whoever got this fucking shit, Warner Discovery, if I was them, I'd be like, bro, we need to change something up. We need to do something here. Because maybe they like these ratings like this. Maybe they like them. I don't know. It ain't for me to know. I'm going to give this show 1.5 stars. It's a pathetic attempt. It did nothing for me. Kenny came back. Congratulations to him. The Young Bucks want to come back, but they don't want to come back and bring the ratings down. So what they did is that they went over into Japan and they won their tag team titles over there. And then at the start of this show, they're like, "Oh yeah, your EVPs, yeah, we're just working from home." No, oh my gosh, shut the. I'm done. I'm done with this show. Like, share, subscribe.